Well, guess we're going to start tearing this apart and see how bad the block is. So far, it doesn't look terrible. Do got to have a deck, though. I drove it with a blown head gasket for a while. Alright, got the pistons, crank, cam, all that off of it. It's a 4-bolt main. Thrust is wiped out on it. Looks like it used to be in a stick shift vehicle. There was a pilot bearing in the back of the crank. So, sure, it just wore out. But what I'm amazed with is there is no ring ledge. All the bearings are down to copper. But there is like, you can just barely feel that carbon line. Standard bore. Kind of impressed. But there's an issue. I already talked to my machine shop about it. And he thinks we can get away with just decking it, running a thicker head gasket if my pistons end up coming to the above the top of the deck. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna try some things. I'm gonna work on oil drain back. Possibly plug these up here. Keep windage off the crank. We're gonna put a roller cam in it. Haven't decided if I'm gonna go with a solid or roller. We're gonna make this a little 383. Hopefully be able to just hone it, knock some of the surface rust off of it. I'm going to check it and make sure. If not, we'll have to bore it out a little bit. But overall, I don't think it was a bad buy for $100. The crank is ruined, but I got 8 rods and pistons if I ever need. So, we'll see. Oh, this is also an old GM Goodwrench engine. This is the Made in Mexico block. My machine shop guy also said that he's found a lot of these have thicker cylinder walls than a regular 350. So, maybe a plus, may not make a bit of difference. But that's what I've been working on today. Took a break from the carburetor and intake. Gonna tinker with this. Had to buy an engine stand yesterday. So, gonna measure the bores and make sure they're not really, really bad. I don't have the high-end measuring equipment, but I can do a down and dirty approach to it. Here's the before on them oil drain backs. Here's about 10 minutes of work. Ground that nasty ledge down and rounded it a little bit. Gotta get a flap wheel so I can clean that up a little better, but not terrible. Rounded that one. Contemplating cartridge roll in the lifter valley. I've seen people use that Gliptinol or something like that paint. I just don't like the idea of paint inside of an engine. But polishing it won't have to worry about it coming off. Or at least shining it up some and slicking it out a little bit. But got any input? Let me know.